Everyone, you are tuned in to Show Fresh City once again. And my name is Trevor Honeycutt. That's right, Trevor Honeycutt. Say it a couple of times. I know you love saying Trevor Honeycutt, so don't be afraid to repeat it to yourself. Like just mutter my name semi-discreetly but loud enough for all the other super huge fans of Show Fresh City. So it become like this weird culty thing, and everyone is completely obsessed with this amazing network programming manifestation that we have heretofore achieved mischievously and just below the radar in a rare sort of majesty only half known on this purgatorial planet called Earth by many and home by some. So check this out. Today we are going to have a special broadcast dedicated entirely 100% to, wait for IIT, you guessed it. We're dedicating the entire program to the art form known called as poetry. That's right. Yeah. Whoa, wow, right. Incredible. Yeah, you feel me? Hell yeah. The whole damn ass show is to be ultimately about just one thing called poetry. And who doesn't love poetry? Right, man? Like, there are literally so many poets to choose from. So many, like probably hundreds if you add them all up. I mean, whoa, come on now. Let's get a little bit serious for a minute. Hello. Have y'all ever even heard of this one poet called Anne Sexton? Or who about Algernon Swinburne? But let's not, how could we forget such luminaries called Charles Baudelaire and Maya Angelou? Am I leaving anyone out? I'm not too sure. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Holy living cow. Jeez. How could I forget about P.B. Shelley, Pablo Neruda, and those German guys named Goethe, Hesse, and Rilke? Not to mention other star-crossed freaks like Wordsworth, Tennyson, Sylvia Plath, Emily Dickinson, and I swear to God there's probably as much as 30 to 40 various Chinese poets that I could somehow mention if I had done the requisite amount of proper research. But check this out. Today, hell yeah. Yo, hey guys, are you Eminem even ready to be with a power slam? Are y'all familiar with a super megastar poet who actually works here and is actually the primary force behind this show? The one Jaeger you are listening to at the very present moment. Hello, anyone home? Yes. How about a poem written by none other than the actual man himself, the master builder and constructor of this here whole network of dominant power called Show Fresh City? That's right, people. Today, I will be reading you a complete poem by the legendary Matthew Howard Stull. Oh my flipping god. I get dizzy just saying his name. It is just like all of these creative forces are unleashed when I simply say his name. So yeah, after this brief word from our sponsor, I will forthwith get all the way into reading this poem by Stull, which I have personally hand-selected. Very carefully, mind you, because there are over 26,000 poems that he has written, and every single one of them is just dripping with genius glamour. So here it is. It is called The Hourglass by Matthew Howard Stull. Here goes The Hourglass by Matthew Howard Stull. I have sampled these breezes by the gallon in the steam of a million minutes cruising by. I have smashed the hourglass on the rocks above the sea and the sand flown out down below onto a simmering beach of rare majesty and telepathic ruin. The vapors of blind magnetic power, trusting this is the only measure in our destiny. The tremors collide with wild clouds on a billowing horizon, beyond above the boiling rivers of wines unimaginable. My might, overboard in ruinous rites and rituals hovering quick beyond the collapse of the hidden powdered moons. Unholy is the scepter I dip into the heaving cauldron of many thousand charms within all ingredients known to man. Then is this now toward the gravestone, flipping, fire-breathing knowledge so sick, so very sick, in violent shades of delicate hues at the pinnacle. I stare into the left eye of the eagle and shoot my arrows at a carnival clown who digests the wings and talons of a fallen state. Worms and snakes are my victims in the cool broth of jungle manifestations. Higher than an F-16, I fling my lusting dreams inchoate without regretting the absolute chasm of screaming delight. I crawl out of the dungeon and grip the sword by the blade and shove it through the steel door of my chambers. Oblong boxes burn in the inferno's edge. This winter gale flexes mightily on this parapet, and my raiment glistens in the veil of the noontide muses. But what is this? Is this falcon reading my mind? Is this glass salamander entering the void of high-quality decay? Is all this sand really on the beach of the hourglass of time? Do I flip it over and thrust the sword into the swollen heart of nebulous anarchy? Divine chunks of sacrificial meats horrify the unwilling as they glissade down the steepest of these cliffs, forever devoured by 300 hyenas screaming, singing, dancing, prancing, gobbling air. The desert sleeps as it caresses the orangutan of swift-stalking rebellion. Of course. So yes, baby, yeah. Do you feel me? I'm electric vertical, whether amid this galaxy of cruel whispers, and I'm not even talking about love. I'm holding fast to this flying carpet as it ignites far faster than light speed. I will tango volcanically, divorced from reason in the skull-shaped sphere, indignant as a pharaoh in a pyramid chanting his craven worthlessness, yet savage as the grail of all shadow. And the shadow of the echo of tomorrow, writhing, hot, wet, and delirious, humping the stars of variety nature and gloomy trees whose leaves have wept for the craters of the sun. I am slipping down this slide toward the mouth of the beast in the pit. Creamy blood sprays at the tips of the spear forever. Shaving the minutes and humming vacuous songs at the first and last cackle of a dead witch in the catacombs. Believe me, oh ever around this fire, I dance with the hourglass in my arms. I bite down on it.
He then screws the shot up, he screws me up, he screws you up. He's a hopeless yo-yo, Jake, but he's not dead yet.
松岡さんどこだと思います？
松岡くんは1か5の気がします。
5の可能性がある。
はい。
5の可能性があるんですか？
5の気がします。
なるほど。どちらだと思います？
どっちかだと。
もうバシッと決めときましょう、それだけ。
どっちかな。でもなんか反応から見るに5番かなって感じ。
なるほど。さあそれでは竹田さん戻ってきてください。さあちょっとね、さあ見てください、番号をね。そして今札を持ってない方が1人おられます。
He then screws the shot up, he screws me up, he screws you up. He's a hopeless yo-yo, Jake, but he's not dead.
So here's my chance to act and throw things across the room.
These are possibly the best cookies I've ever made. These are possibly the best cookies I've ever made. These are possibly the best cookies I've ever made.
Patty Cake by Inertia Burnes. I wrote this in the spring of 2017, just after finishing graduate school, so I could get an even groovier diploma from a college that I actually like. I was feeling so optimistical at the time, and I cranked out this little gem of a poem like no big deal on a quick little trip to Martha's Vineyard, because there was absolutely nothing else to do. So here it is. Patty cake. Patty cake, patty cake, I hate this life. I am alone on an iceberg without my phone. I don't have any food to eat either, and I'm completely bored out of my mind. I never in a million years thought I would be trapped here on a goddamn iceberg about a half a mile from Antarctica. I have tried paddling to get at least back to the mainland, but that has been an exercise in extreme futility. I look at these Arctic waves and I have to cry. There is not even an albatross that I could potentially befriend. The clouds choke me from a grim distance, and I plan my death. I will starve here forever, unless somehow I can find a penguin and bash its head off of this ice I call home. I cold kill a penguin if I found one, but I will die here knowing that I never had any kids, and I couldn't believe in tornadoes of my youth. I did fall in love with Jeff, but Jeff wasn't ready for me, and he chose Tina over me, because I am sick of men and what they represent in today's herbal landscape. So all I can say is farewell to life. Patty cake, soon I will die. Patty cake, oh sweet patty cake, I drift toward the center of a stillborn fate. I wear the handcuffs of humiliation and dream of polar bears. The ice is melting, as I die freezing and alone.
Jesus Christ. What the hell, Inertia? That was depressing as shit, my girl. Okay then, girl. I would definitely show you some love if I was also for some inexplicable reason trapped stuck there on that very same iceberg as you. All I know is, despite it being somewhat bleak and sad and all, it was also an incredible depiction of what poetry can achieve by simply being the ultimate expression of what it means to be human. Yo baby girl. So keep doing what you're doing. You got a lot of talent for sure. Well, thanks everyone for joining me on this special poetry edition of Show Fresh City. Join us next time, why don't you? And don't forget to see there's a link in the description of all the ways you can send more money to Show Fresh City at our executive offices in bright, sunny, intrepid, glorious Yellow Springs in the state of Ohio. It is such a blessing to call this sweet little strawberry of a village home. Every day I wake up, I'm like, am I dreaming? Do I really live right here in sunny, nice Yellow Springs? Hell yeah, dog. Yeah, boy is for real. Oh yeah. Say what? What? Hear ya. Say hell yeah too. That's right. All the time, Fresh Town, boom boom, bada boom boom, hicka whoopie wow.